Hi, Sarvesh.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. So ready? Start करें?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Okay. Okay. So Sarvesh, good afternoon. How was the day?
It was good, ma'am. It was a mixed emotions of excitement as well as nervousness because the interview is there. I'm waiting for this day for a long time. So it was excitement as well as nervousness.
Okay. Okay. So Sarvesh, tell me something about self. What you have, what are your key learnings with internship in Unilever?
Okay, ma'am. So first of all, Unilever is a big company to work with. The volumes of data that is to be handled there no, is quite large. I was a part of Future of Tax team. So explaining about my work, what I did there was majorly I was involved in finance project, which was basically about transition of a tax process from entities of Unilever Indonesia to Uniops Bangalore. So I supported that and I prepared SOPs of that. And about my monthly work, I was involved with input credit management where I looked after VAT input credits and prepared workings of it and WST workings as well, which again resulted into which again resulted into I mean we were taking credit of approx 13 million euros on an average monthly basis. Then I used to have a lot of stakeholders management and talking to big four firms which were involved in return filings. So the ultimate experience was very good. I got to learn a lot of things. It connected with a lot of people and also the work culture there was very good. People I got to meet was very good, very intellectual people, right? So ultimate experience was very nice, very good.
What is the why preparing SOPs are very important for an organization?
Ma'am, SOPs are suppose we have learned a process. Now we have to standardize the process because the newcomer will be coming. It is not surety that the same person will continue for lifetime. Now, if I have learned a process from a lot of researches and a lot of calls, setting up a lot of calls, learning the process by going deep into the process, talking to the country team and whatever maybe the learning process takes a lot of time. So if I'll jot it down in the process manner that how we need to work, what is the standardized way, even the person coming up next person will be coming, he will be able to do the task with a bit learning and just following the SOPs as well. So that is why it is important.
Okay, so from your answer, I'm observing that that SOPs are important for a newcomer.
No, ma'am, not only newcomer, it is one of the aspect. It is also important for the organization itself, the people working with that SOPs itself to keep in the standard format and not deviate much with the process. So that we have a set of plan that how we need to work and deviation we keep on changing SOPs as well with we keep on updating it with recent if there is an amendment in the process or something like that. So it just gives you a base and guideline for working in the process.
Okay, uh, you have worked in area of indirect taxation also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So tell me any three credits which are not allowed as per GST law, but in your opinion, it must be available to the industry for the sake of business.
Okay, ma'am. First of all, ma'am, distribution of free samples is blocked as per section 17(5). So this is a credit which is not allowed in that. But free samples are the major concerns of business in manufacturing business and generally with the newcomers, it is actually needed for them to market their product. Then second will be CSR activity because CSR has recently been blocked from the credit from claim of credit. So it is also required because at the end the company is making some statutory obligation and in the other part of the law, you'll see there, if we talk about statutory obligation, they allow credits, but only for CSR they are stopping it. And thirdly, if I can recall right, um, majorly for immovable property that is blocked. I mean, the works contract. If you are doing works contract, then also it is blocked that if you are doing it for immovable property, using the works contract for immovable property, it is blocked. So it shall also be blocked because it is one of the major expenses of the organization.
Okay. Suppose Hindustan Unilever has procured something from a party, and this purchase is not showing up in the GSTR 2B of the supplier. Then what is the stand of Hindustan Unilever on this procurement in terms of ITC?
Yes, ma'am. So the company will not take credit until it is shown up in the 2B of the company. So it will try to contact the vendor because we have a set of procedures and set of procedures for the vendor that what vendors need to follow as well. And generally, Hindustan Unilever is at the dominant position because mostly it is in a dominant position because it's a very big company. So it generally contact the vendors to fill the GSTR 3B so that we can also claim the credit. And there are tight deadlines than the statutory deadline. If the statutory deadline is 20th, the deadline for the vendor is suppose it will be 18th or 17th for that particular vendor, so that we have the company has the time to check all these and get maximum credit as much as possible.
What is the relevance of GSTR 3B for taking the ITC? If whether supplier is submitting GSTR 3B or not, does it really relevant for taking ITC?
Yes, ma'am. First of all, if the supplier is filing GSTR 1, then it will be shown in GSTR 2B. The person who is taking credit can claim the credit on self-assessment basis, but at the end, if later on the supplier is not filing GSTR 3B, then the supplier has the person taking credit has time till next year November 30th. Till then, till 30th September. Sorry, till 30th September. Till then, if the supplier is not filing credit, then we have to reverse the ITC.
30th September or 30th November?
Ma'am, the deadline for the supplier is 30th September. If it does not file GSTR 3B till 30th September, we have to reverse it till 30th November.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, Venus sir, your please.
Hi, Sarvesh. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon,
How
sir.
are you? How are you?
Fine, sir.
Mhm. You know what is trading on equity?
So trading on equity basically means financing the debt, taking debt financing to finance to give leverage to the equity shareholders. Suppose we are taking debt on 10% rate, and the return that we are getting from the business is around 15%. So we are sourcing a finance for 10% and we are getting return for 15%. So the difference will be the wealth for the equity shareholders.
Is it somewhere connected with financial leverage?
Yes, sir. It is connected with financial leverage.
So what do you say? The financial leverage should be kept at high level or low level? Is high financial leverage beneficial for the company?
Sir, high financial leverage. Sir, it depends upon the situation basically. It is not always beneficial. It depends whether the company is able to make the returns or not.
Hmm. Okay. What about capital rationing? What is capital rationing since you are associated with project planning and financing
So
the
cap
projects?
so capital rationing, when we have shortage of fund, then we have to decide upon if we have various opportunities available, then and we have shortage of fund, then we have to decide that in which fund that we should invest our capital, in which basically project we should invest our capital. So capital rationing, when there is limitation of finance we have, and the options are available with us. We use
So,
PI for it.
yeah, yeah. We use what is PI?
So profitability index basically we derive it from PV of cash inflow by dividing by PV of cash outflow.
Yeah. If profitability index is less than one,
So the project
what
is
does it
not
mean?
desirable because
Why
the
so?
because cash inflows are less, the present value of cash inflows are less than the cash outflow, so it is not desirable to invest in the project.
Yeah. NPV will be negative in that case.
Yes, NP will be negative.
You know, net present value and internal rate of return IRR. Which method is better one?
Sir, both the methods are connected only in NPV. we take what we consider is a discounting factor, a discounting rate, and in IRR, basically it is the rate at which NPV is zero.
Good.
So
Suppose there are two projects. Project A has higher NPV but lower IRR, while project B is having lower NPV but higher IRR. How would you select the project in this situation?
so we'll take the NPV because NPV is the one of the best measures. It is considered one of the best measures for project selection, and also NPV shows that the upside also. I mean, in IRR, we'll get the exact return that we are getting it from the
Is
project.
it possible? Is it possible that these two methods contradict with one another, NPV and IRR?
Sir, I'm not very much sure about it right now, but I can guess it. I feel that yes, it is possible.
Okay. What is interest rate parity? You know anything about it?
Yes. So basically, interest rate parity means that in two different countries, the foreign exchange rate shall be such the foreign exchange rate is derived in such a way that if suppose a country A is there and country B is there, the interest rate in both the companies are ultimately same due to the foreign exchange rate. That is interest rate parity. I mean, investment and borrowings are we are doing it in a similar rate in both the countries due to foreign exchange rate.
Hmm. Hmm. What about the efficient market hypothesis of security analysis?
Sir, as per that, there are strong market, weak market. Uh, right now, I'm unable to recall, sir. Sorry.
Technical analysis?
So technical analysis is related with chart analysis and tracking the short-term periods of a share. I mean, tracking for days for day-to-day basis and making the profit as much as possible.
What about fundamental analysis?
So it depends upon the balance sheet analysis and the major financials of the company for long-term investment.
Good enough. That's it from my side right now.
Okay, so hi Sarvesh,
Good afternoon, ma'am.
good afternoon. Tell me something about proprietary audit.
Ma'am, sorry, I'm unable to recall it right now.
Okay, do you understand difference between impairment and depreciation?
Yes, ma'am. Basically, depreciation. What depreciation means is the allocation of depreciable amount over the useful life of the asset. And impairment, if there's some uncertainty or some mishappening happen with the asset, which reduces the value of asset, that is impairment.
Under which Ind AS impairment and depreciations are covered?
So, ma'am, depreciation is covered under Ind AS 16 and PPE, and impairment is covered under Ind AS 36.
Okay. Uh, Tell me what kind of balance do provisions have? Debit or credit?
Credit
Generally,
balance. Credit
credit
balance.
balance. So state any exception which is having debit balance.
Provision to write off creditors.
Provision for
Writing of creditors.
writing of creditors. Okay. Tell me about governing factor or key factor for an manufacturing industry.
Ma'am, I'm unable to get the question. Like key
Question
factor,
is about the costing that in the costing, yeah, for the purpose of cost accounting, what is the role of key factor or governing factor in the decision making by manufacturing industry?
ma'am, the key role is about the fixation of selling price, majorly related to cost, and profit maximization. Also, the utilization of resources in the best manner is a key factor.
Okay. Why such decision making is difficult in case of limiting factor?
Ma'am, because key factor basically means the resources are limited, and we have to apply the resources or limited resources to get the returns from the project or from the manufacturer. I suppose that we have a raw material which is in scarce resources, so and we can apply it in three different products. So we have to see that how much we are getting from the contribution per key factor, so that we'll get the better profits.
What do you understand by irrelevant cost?
Ma'am, irrelevant costs are those costs which does not make any relevance in decision making, basically, because these are sunk cost and the foregone cost.
So if I talk about fixed cost, then you will categorize it into irrelevant or relevant.
Ma'am, if it is, it depends if it is avoidable or unavoidable. If it is unavoidable fixed cost, then it is relevant. And if it is irrelevant, and if it is avoidable fixed cost, then it is relevant.
Okay. Do you know anything about DMADV and DMIAC in the
Yes, ma'am. These are the
Six Sigma
two
portion?
methods of Six Sigma portions. I mean, DM, ADV, one is for new projects and one is for existing. Right now, I'm unable to recall. I guess DM IDV was for new projects and DM ADV was for the existing project.
Okay. That's it from my side now, Diksha ma'am.
Yes. Good morning, Sarvesh. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Fine only, ma'am. Nice.
Okay. Sarvesh, in your CV, I couldn't see any of your hobbies or extracurricular skills. You didn't mention any such thing. Only you have mentioned is your extracurricular achievement, which includes cricket.
Yes, ma'am.
So, isn't there any hobby apart from playing cricket?
There are, ma'am. Actually, I wanted to make CV in one page. That is, I did not mention. But I did a lot of extra co-currics in my schools and colleges as well. Apart from cricket, I play badminton, table tennis, and I was a part of skit team and
No,
dance
no,
group as well.
something which we call hobby.
So, ma'am, basically, hobby, I like playing cricket only. I like playing sports. So, different sports. Whenever I get time, I play sports in free time also. And one thing I like a lot is listening to shairis.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. All right. So, Sarvesh, please tell me that after becoming a cost and management accountant, now how will you add to the society or economy? Your degree,
Is it a
your,
network issue for my side or
now it is okay, I guess.
no?
There is some issue, I think.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Yes. So, Sarvesh, let's skip the previous question. My question from you is, what is the difference between TAN, TAN, and PAN?
Ma'am, PAN is permanent account number issued by the tax authorities to the persons who are required to pay tax and who all the persons who are above the age of 18 years. And TAN is allotted to those persons who are required to deduct or collect tax. It is basically tax deduction and collection account number.
Okay, so PAN is only allotted to those who are above 18.
No, ma'am, those who have income sources, I'm not sure about the age criteria right now.
Can a person who is minor cannot get a PAN?
Um, the same question in different way, but I'm not able to answer the age criteria. I cannot recall the age criteria right now, but I feel yes, yes, minor cannot get the PAN.
Okay, if so, then what is the provisions under clubbing chapter regarding the income of minor?
Ma'am, minors' income are clubbed in the parent's income, the parent whose income is higher. In such parent income, the minors' income are clubbed, and there was a deduction of 1,500 for the minors' clubbing income, but in new regime it is now removed, and and that's all about the clubbing provision. I mean, minors' income are included in such way. Also, if it is by skill labor or some talent, then it is not clubbed.
Then what about the tax on such income?
And
If
tax
it
is
is
not,
not clubbed under the parents' income, then what will happen to such income?
ma'am, tax is not leviable on that income.
ओह मतलब गवर्नमेंट अपना टैक्स ही छोड़ देगी माइनर है इसलिए
Ma'am, I guess there is specific exemption about this.
Okay, no problem. Yes, Sarvesh, my one more question is, suppose a person who works in USA, okay,
Hmm.
had a property of approximately 15 lakhs, residential property in India, and now that person, the property was, he has purchased in 2018 something, okay.
Okay.
Now that person want to sell the property just for 18 lakhs.
Hmm.
Purchase the property for 15 lakhs,
15 lakh.
want to sell it for 18 lakhs. Okay. Is the buyer required to deduct TDS at the time of payment? Even though I would tell you that this transaction would lead to a capital loss because of indexation.
Ma'am, since you are making the payment to the person outside India, it is necessary to deduct tax, and the person the person who is living outside India can claim that deduction, but the person making the payment is required to deduct tax.
Are you sure? Because this is the
Yes,
situation of capital loss.
yes, ma'am. Generally, there's a provision that if the income is if the person payee that does not has the income, then the payer can file a so the payee can file the certificate and they can get rid from tax deduction. But since the person is non-resident, then we have to collect deduct the tax.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me about the posting key under SAP FICO? You have knowledge of SAP, right? You have written in your CV.
Yes, ma'am, I have knowledge, but I have worked on specific P codes only. I mean, I was involved with GL extraction, FBL account display, FBL 3 and FBL 5
Okay,
and FBL
okay.
1
So
as well.
just a basic question of SAP. What is SAP?
And SAP is a ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning software. So it basically integrates all the ERPs that were available by that time. It integrates all of them into a single model ERP.
Okay. Um, Please tell me what is prospectus
And prospectus is a document which is issued by the company before coming with IPO or FPO. It
and
shows,
what all must be included under it?
ma'am, the issue price, the the funds will be used for which the end use of the funds shall be mentioned, and the declaration by the directors of the company,
What kind of declaration?
ma'am, that if the funds will be used for the end use only, and what will be the issue price, and what will the declaration that if the shares are to them, then they'll get, and about the solvency condition of the company as well, the declaration of the solvency condition of the company.
Is there anything important than this which should be mentioned in the prospectus?
I can recall only this much right now.
Okay, no problem. Tell me what is the applicability of cost audit for non-regulated sectors?
Ma'am, applicability of cost share for non-regulated sector. First of all, it should be the cost record shall be applicable as per Rule 3, and for that, it should as you said that in the non it is the companies producing goods of non-regulated sector. The overall turnover shall be more than 35 crore. Then it is required to maintain cost records, and if it is required to maintain cost records, now the monetary limits that comes for cost audit is overall turnover of 100 crores or covered turnover, that is table A products and table B products that the company uh, produces, that turnover should be more than
No, but
35
I'm
crores.
specifically talking about non-regulated sector. They come under which
The
table?
table B,
So what is the limit for them?
ma'am, 100 crore of overall turnover and 35 crore of covered turnover.
Okay, and if a company is having only one product or service, do the
Hmm.
limit remain same?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and if a company is having multi-product or multi-service,
Ma'am, the limits are same. The overall turnover means including all the turnover of the company. And if we talk about the cover turnover, it means that the products which are mentioned, table A and table B, if the company is manufacturing any of the products of table A and table B, that should be more than 35 crores.
all right. Okay. And what is extraordinary general meeting? What is it? EGM.
EGM. Ma'am, there is a mandatory requirement that that AGM shall be conducted once in a year. So if the company feels that there is requirement of general meeting for any purposes, and within the year the any general meeting is called, it is EGM.
Okay. And
Between two AGM dates. Yes.
who can convene an EGM?
Uh, Ma'am, convene an EGM. Ma'am, the CS of the company, and basically EGM can be demanded by the shareholders holding 1/10 of the total share capital.
Okay. So you have a general basic knowledge of SAP, right? How many
Yes.
modules are there in SAP?
Ma'am, there's finance module, control module, then HR module, something was material management module. Uh, I'm aware about these modules only, ma'am.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Thank you, Sarvesh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sarvesh, uh, what is the difference between reacting a situation and responding a situation?
Ma'am, reacting basically means the action you are keeping the action that has already happened, and you are uh, making, I mean, make you're acting in a way keeping in mind that actions have already happened, and responding is, I guess, a positive way of doing the task and thinking about all the aspects and not just the action that has happened.
Okay. What do you think? IQ is important in growing a corporate world, or EQ is important for growth in a corporate world?
Ma'am, both are equally important because IQ will test is about the test of your knowledge and your intellect. That is required if you want to work. You have to be intellectual, and EQ is also important because emotional quotient is something. If a person is not emotionally stable and not happy, it will not be efficient to work in that company.
Okay. So if I ask you to choose one for being going forward in a corporate world, what will you choose?
Ma'am, if I have to choose one, as I said, both are important, but I have to choose, it will be EQ. Ma'am, EQ is much more important because emotional stability is one thing. IQ can be acquired as well. I mean, you can just gain that knowledge with time and experience, but EQ is something that you have to inbuilt in yourself.
Okay. What is the you have 2-3 times used the word emotional stability. So what do you want to be? Emotionally stable or emotionally intelligent?
Ma'am, if we are emotionally stable, it will be towards emotional intelligence only. That yes, uh, if I'm stable about my emotions, I do not get affected by my emotional ups and downs. Then I'll act in the intelligent way only. So emotional intelligence will come only with emotional stability.
Okay. Tell me about 3 things yourself which set you apart from the other candidates.
Ma'am, I don't know about the other candidates, so I cannot comment about them. But talking about me, working with this company, I'll be happy and enjoying because if I talk about the vision and mission of the company, it are in line with my career objective. Company is ready for growth, and I'm also ready for growth. Then talking about one of my strength is multitasking. So basically, I have been multitasking throughout my life. I was good with academics, and I was a professional cricketer, and both of them required a dedicated level of time. So I was good with academics and both of them. So multitasking is the thing. And also I'm a team player and leadership. I have leadership quality. I have showcased that in my previous organization, where one incident happened that in one particular month, uh, we were a team of 4 members, manager, 2 seniors, and me. So once one of the member has scheduled leave, and the other person was going for maternity leave in the next month. But due to biological reasons and medical reasons, she has to go 1 month prior. So now there was a chaos that the other senior has to leave the I has not to go on leaves. So at that time, I took the initiative and I just considered them that I am there. I can do your work. Just go on leave because that was also planned trip and everything was there. So that is why I showcased my team player spirit, and I have some leadership quality as I have leaded a automation process, and which saved around 100 man hours annually. And for that, I was also awarded with Comic Star Award in my previous organization.
Okay, okay, thank you, Sarvesh. So,
Thank
feedback time from ठीक है, पहले रितिका आप स्टार्ट करो. What is your feedback?
Whatever questions I have asked, the answers were almost to the point. Some of them get mixed up, but just take 2 seconds and then answer. No hurry. क्योंकि आंसर आपको आता था लेकिन आपने जल्दबाजी में दिया, फिर आपने 2 seconds लिए, फिर चेंज कर दिया. आप पहले ही ले लो ना, बस.
Right.
हाँ, वो चीज थी.
Okay.
बाकी इट्स ओके. ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you, ma'am.
विनय सर.
एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड बढ़िया है, एकेडमिक्स अच्छे हैं, स्पीच अच्छी है, कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल अच्छा है, फ्लुएंसी अच्छी है, बेसिक्स भी बढ़िया है फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट को लेके. छोटी छोटी बातें लाइक व्हेन आई आस्क्ड यू अबाउट ट्रेडिंग ऑन इक्विटी, यू एक्सप्लेन्ड वेरी वेल. और उसी का आंसर फिर फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज में छुपा हुआ है ना. व्हेन आई आस्क यू कि वेदर फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज शुड बी हाई, द आंसर इज इन ट्रेडिंग ऑन इक्विटी. When the company is in trading on equity situation, when ROI of the company is more than interest
More-
rate on debt, then high financial leverage will also work for the benefit of shareholders. ज्यादा
Hmm.
डेट होने से भी उनका EPS बढ़ जाएगा ना. So high
Yes.
financial leverage is beneficial when company is in trading on equity situation. Connected point. Got the point?
Yes,
दूसरा
sir.
मैंने आपसे पूछा NPV versus IRR. You got it right that NPV is the better method. Rather, NPV is the best method of project selection. Got it? There are some situations where the results of NPV and IRR methods contradict.
Contradict.
There are three situations. Number one, size disparity, when initial size of two projects are different. Number two is time disparity, when the nature of cash flows are different. Number three is unequal lives, when two projects are having unequal lives. It is possible that the results of NPV and IRR may contradict. Got it? And whenever they contradict, we prefer NPV method.
Okay, sir.
अच्छे आंसर दिया आपने, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बढ़िया है. फिर मैंने आपसे पूछा अबाउट फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस. सर्विस फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस आर नॉट ओनली अबाउट कंपनीज बैलेंस शीट एनालिसिस. बैलेंस शीट एनालिसिस इज जस्ट a one-third part of fundamental analysis. Remember, fundamental analysis includes economy analysis. First of all, the economy of the country has to be analyzed. Then it is industry analysis, and then we come on company analysis,
Company.
जिसमें हम SWOT एनालिसिस करते हैं, कंपनी की स्ट्रेंथ, वीकनेस, अपॉर्चुनिटीज, थ्रेट, ये सब देखते हैं. बाकी आपने ऑलमोस्ट अच्छे आंसर दिए, सही दिए, बढ़िया है, गुड गोइंग है. ऑल द बेस्ट.
Thank you, sir.
हो जाएगा.
दीक्षा.
Okay, so yes, Sarvesh, firstly, I have asked you about the cost audit applicability, right?
Yes, ma'am.
तो उसमें non-regulated sector table B, you was right when you have answered the second time that 100 crores and 35 crores. But if a company is having only one product, then the net worth of 500 crore or more. Okay, ये थोड़ा सा आप एक्स्ट्रा मेंशन कर सकते थे. मतलब आप इसकी एप्लीकेबिलिटी एक बार चेक करना. ओके, just go
Okay.
through the point of this cost audit applicability which I've asked. Also, the extraordinary general meeting, board of directors.
Can.
राइट. प्रोस्पेक्टस में सबसे पहले आप कंपनी की डिटेल्स तो मेंशन करोगे ना.
Yes, ma'am.
आपने वो वाला पॉइंट नहीं बोला दैट इन अ प्रोस्पेक्टस द कंपनी शुड मेंशन इट्स ओन डिटेल्स फर्स्ट.
Right.
तो वो एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. उसके अलावा आपने इसमें लिखा है वर्किंग नॉलेज ऑफ सैप. तो आप उसमें थोड़ा सा और क्लैरिफाई करो दैट सैप में क्या आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं. Because if you have mentioned about SAP, then I can ask any question from SAP. Okay?
Yes.
So please mention it कि SAP में मैं क्या पूछूं आपसे.
अच्छा मैम, अगर मतलब एसएपी के बारे में वो लोग पूछते हैं तो जनरली मैंने जो टी कोड में काम किया है मैं उसका ही बता सकता हूँ.
आपने विदहोल्डिंग टैक्स का करा है, तो विदहोल्डिंग टैक्स में वो 4 कोड्स हैं. मैंने वो नहीं पूछे क्योंकि आपने इसमें मेंशन करा है लास्ट में. आई कुड सी दैट यू हैव मेंशन वर्किंग नॉलेज ऑफ SAP.
Yes.
So working knowledge means I can ask any question.
Okay.
Okay. And also the case study which I have given you, tax will not be deducted.
will not be deducted
No,
because income is not
because there is
like
capital loss.
taxable.
Okay, tax will not be deducted.
मैम मुझे
So,
वो तो याद था कि अगर
हाँ,
लॉस है तो नहीं होता है, बट मुझे था कि शायद नॉन रेसिडेंट है तो होगा मे बी।
एंड ऑल्सो माइनर के लिए पैन कार्ड बन सकता है, क्योंकि आपने जो माइनर की स्किल्स की बात करी थी, तो माइनर अगर अपनी स्किल से अर्न कर रहा है या माइनर फाइनेंस की इनकम अर्न कर रहा है, तो उस पे तो माइनर फाइनेंस अर्न कर रहा है तो वो इनकम तो क्लब हो जाएगी, बट माइनर अगर अपनी स्किल से जो इनकम अर्न कर रहा है, वो इनकम का क्या? तो टैक्स तो गवर्नमेंट लेगी, गवर्नमेंट अपना टैक्स तो कभी भी नहीं छोड़ेगी, चाहे आप माइनर हो, मेजर हो, सीनियर सिटीजन,
बस
सुपर
क्लबिंग
सीनियर।
नहीं होगा।
वो स्किल वाली इनकम क्लब नहीं
हाँ
होगी,
बस।
क्लब नहीं
ओके।
होगी तो मतलब माइनर को टैक्स देना है।
टैक्स।
ओके,
ओके।
all right, so just please go through these technical questions which I have asked you एक बार, क्योंकि आपने कुछ कुछ मतलब partially correct, the answers were partially correct. Okay,
So,
okay, thank you.
Sarvesh, it is now my turn. Everything has talked so much positive about you, but I have some points to tell you where I was not satisfied, और हमने अब पहले भी उसके बारे में बात की थी। मुझे ऐसा लगा कि आप ना आप बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल कर रहे हैं चीजों को, ठीक है? थोड़ा सा अगर, बिकॉज जैसे मैंने आपको पूछा कि एसओपीज, ठीक है, सो व्हाई एसओपी इज इम्पोर्टेंट, सो इट इज जस्ट अ standard procedure which are laid down somewhere, so it is the benefit of the newcomer, at the same time it standardize the procedure across the organization, ठीक है? ये आंसर फिर भी ठीक था। फिर हमने जब आईटीसी के बारे में, मैंने आपको बोला कि कौन कौन सी ऐसी क्रेडिट्स हैं जो आपको लगता है कि अभी नहीं अलाउड है बट अलाउड होनी चाहिए। आपने सबसे पहले मुझे 17.5 का रेफरेंस दिया, उसके बाद उसी के 2 पॉइंट आपने बोले सीएसआर एंड वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट। सो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि आप बोल सकते थे कि in my opinion, the CSR activities, the works contract services for the civil construction in the company, and at the same time कुछ भी आप बोल सकते थे, health insurance or life insurance for the employees. I think these are the inward supplies which are very crucial for the business of the company, and on these activities ITC must be
अलाउड।
अलाउड। तो थोड़ा सा 2 पॉइंट आपने थोड़ा क्लैरिटी से बोले, सीएसआर और वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, पहले पॉइंट में मुझे क्लैरिटी नहीं आई थी, तो
तो मैं
थोड़ा
फ्री सैंपल बोल रहा था मैम।
क्या
फ्री सैंपल।
फ्री सैंपल्स आप बोल रहे थे? अच्छा, ठीक है, ओके। और इसके अलावा जब हमने वो आईटीसी रिकंसिलिएशन के बारे में बात की, तो अगर जीएसटीआर 2B में कोई चीज नहीं है तो हमें आईटीसी नहीं मिलेगी। फिर मैंने बोला अच्छा कंपनी का स्टैंड क्या होगा, तो अगर हम कंपनी की बात करें तो कंपनी ने डेफिनेटली गुड्स तो प्रोक्योर किया है या सर्विसेज तो प्रोक्योर की है, हमने पेमेंट भी किया है, बस हुआ क्या है जीएसटीआर 1 में सप्लायर ने नहीं दिखाया। सो व्हाट वुड बी द कंपनीज स्टैंड? सो इफ आप बोल सकते हैं, इफ आई एम ऑन दिस डिपार्टमेंट आई विल स्पेसिफिकली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट to the supplier and I would
वेंडर।
suggest him to mention in the next month GSTR 1, so at least एक महीने
ही
का
कैन टेक द
क्रेडिट
क्रेडिट।
फॉरवर्ड हो और हम क्रेडिट ले पाए। तो मैं कुछ इस एक्सपेक्टेशन के साथ आंसर पूछ रही थी, ठीक है? नाउ जब हम बात करते हैं कि की लर्निंग्स आपकी, ठीक है, मुझे बहुत सारी सिचुएशंस आपसे सुनने को मिली, बट जब मैं की लर्निंग्स की आपकी बात कर रही थी कि व्हाट वर द की लर्निंग्स ड्यूरिंग द इंटर्नशिप इन हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर, सो आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग पिन पॉइंट 3 शॉर्ट क्रिस्प बात की जाए कि आई लर्न हाउ टू मेक द एसओपीज, ओके, आई लर्न द एसएपी, आई लर्न द टीम वर्क, कुछ भी और, या कोई 3 चीज आप बोल सकते हैं। तो थोड़ा सा मुझे, अगर मैं ऐसा सुनती तो मुझे आपके आंसर्स में क्लैरिटी लगती और मुझे लगता कि आप बहुत स्पेसिफिक माइंडसेट के आंसर दे पा रहे हैं। तो थोड़ा सा डिटेल को
कम
कट
करो।
करने की कोशिश करें। मैंने आपसे पूछा कि व्हाट आर योर स्किल्स विच सेट यू अपार्ट फ्रॉम द अदर कैंडिडेट्स, तब मैंने आपसे एग्जाम्पल नहीं पूछा कि आपने कहाँ टीम प्लेयर की तरह शो अप किया, आपने कहाँ लीडर की तरह शो अप किया, मैंने आपसे एग्जाम्पल नहीं पूछा। आप अपनी 3 स्किल्स बताइए। आप बोल सकते हैं आई एम अडेप्टिव टू एनी एनवायरमेंट, ठीक है, आई एम अ मल्टीटास्कर, आई एम अ गुड टीम प्लेयर। फिर आपसे क्योंकि ये ऐसी चीज होती है, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी हर इंडस्ट्री को चाहिए, टीम प्लेयर हर इंडस्ट्री को चाहिए, आप मल्टीटास्कर हैं, दैट इज एज। तो पर मैंने आपसे एग्जाम्पल नहीं पूछा, और उन जब मैं एग्जाम्पल सुन रही थी तो वो की पॉइंट तो मैं मतलब मेरे दिमाग से स्किप हो गया और मैं डिटेल के अराउंड घूमती रही, तो मैं आपसे बोलूंगी कि आप बहुत अच्छा बोल रहे हो, बट जहां ऐसे पूछा जाए व्हाट आर द की लर्निंग्स, व्हाट आर योर स्पेसिफिक बिहेवियर स्किल्स, टेक्निकल आंसर के आंसर आप डोमेन आंसर्स आप डिटेल में दे सकते हैं, बट जब की लर्निंग योर स्किल्स पिन पॉइंट किया जाए तो केवल पर्टिकुलर वर्ड पे फोकस कीजिए, डिटेल पैनल को चाहिएगा तो आपसे अलग से पूछेगा। ठीक है, और एक बात, जब मैंने आपसे पूछा आईक्यू और ईक्यू का आंसर आपने अच्छा दिया, वो सही था। मैंने आपको सोचा आई वांट टू ग्रिल यू ऑन द इमोशनल स्टेबिलिटी एंड इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, बट आप आंसर को सही तरफ ले गए, दैट स्टेबिलिटी टुवर्ड्स द इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, सो दैट इज गुड फॉर यू। ओवरऑल आप बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो, आप डोमेन अच्छा कर रहे हो, आपकी रैंक है, ये एज है आपके ऊपर, पर कुछ चीजों के ऊपर डिटेल को कट करो, आंसर को बहुत स्पेसिफिक बोलो, दैट्स इट। और थोड़ा सा माइंडसेट ऐसा रखेंगे तो हम कर पाएंगे, अदरवाइज आप बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो, नो वरीज, यू विल डेफिनेटली क्रैक द इंटरव्यू।
Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
ठीक है, ओके, सो ऑल द बेस्ट। और अदरवाइज हम कॉल पे कनेक्ट होके और बात कर लेंगे आराम से, है ना। कल सबसे
Sure.
पहले कौन सी कंपनी आ रही है?
मैम सारे कंपनी का टाइमिंग तो उन्होंने साथ ही में दिया है, बट जनरल ऐसा बोलते हैं कि पीएफसी पहले आती है एंड वेदांता तो सबसे पहले आती है, मतलब वेदांता तो एकदम ही सुबह में आती है एंड पीएफसी भी जल्दी आती है,
वेदांता
तो
एकदम सुबह में इसलिए आती है क्योंकि वेदांता कैंडिडेट्स को ब्लॉक कर देती है,
हाँ, मतलब अगर इंटरव्यू में बैठ
तो
जाएंगे तो ब्लॉक ही
वेदांता
कर
के
देंगे।
चक्कर में नहीं पड़ना है, वेदांता तो ले
हम्म,
जाएगी आपको वैसे भी।
मैम फिर ट्राइडेंट का पोस्टपोन हो गया मैम, ट्राइडेंट इज नॉट कमिंग ऑन फर्स्ट डे।
अच्छा है, बहुत वेरी गुड, बहुत अच्छा हुआ, जो ये अच्छे अच्छे के लिए हुआ है कि ट्राइडेंट शुड नॉट कम ऑन द फर्स्ट डे। इफ यू क्रैक द पीएफसी, गो फॉर पीएफसी विदाउट एनी सिंगल थॉट।
यस
ठीक
मैम,
है,
प्रायोरिटीज आर पीएफसी देन गेल एंड देन नाउ ट्राइडेंट, इफ ऑल नॉट
नाउ
पॉसिबल।
नेक्स्ट कैंडिडेट इज वेटिंग, तो
श्योर,
है ना, हम वेट कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, बात
ओके,
करते हैं फिर सर्वेश।
श्योर, थैंक यू, थैंक यू
All
वेरी
the
मच,
very best.
थैंक यू मैम।